Welcome, everyone. I was going to start this with a little backdrop, a little background regarding fractional reserve banking, but I think it'll make this too long. So I'm going to save that for maybe a separate video. Um, let's get right to the meat of it. First of all, uh, the financial war against you is being waged in one way by stagnant wages. For the last 30 years, middle class income has pretty much stagnated. There are exceptions to that, but the general rule holds. Numerous studies have shown this. Meanwhile, the income of the super rich has gone up 700% in the same time period. Now, it may appear that you get a wage increase each year, but all that is a COLA, a cost of living adjustment, trying to keep you just even with price inflation. And we'll get to that later. So the rich and powerful are getting all this money, a 700% increase, but you're not. You're not getting it. As a matter of fact, in the year 2013, the average income adjusted for inflation decreased for the middle class. So that's one way. Another way is debt. Financial products today and for some years are basically a rigged game. Senator Warren, Elizabeth Warren, and by the way, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, neither one. But when I hear something good from one of them, I use it. If I hear something bad, I use that. But anyway, she reported not too long ago that in the 1970s, the average credit card contract that you have to agree to was about a page and a half long. Nowadays, the average credit card contract is about 31 pages long. And that's because they've added so many new fees and penalties and other conditions that pretty much screw you and help them. Plus, the interest rates that are charged nowadays in many cases on credit cards, especially if there's some sort of penalty involved because you missed a payment or whatever, they used to be called usury, excessive interest. It was illegal to charge usurious rates in this country. Well, not anymore. They've gotten around that. Now, there are still usury laws, but they've figured out a way around it. So, in the case of credit cards, you're really better off not to use them. Now, the main reason the middle class uses them is because of what I just said, stagnant wages. So, to keep pace with your standard of living, you have to go into debt. And this is exactly what the financial sector wants. They want every one of us to be in massive debt because that's one of the ways that they make money. There are other ways that are worse, but that is one of them. And then finally, they wage war by means of inaccurate price inflation reporting. And I'll tell you just one way that comes about. This applies to many products, but I'll just give you a couple of examples. It used to be that Ritz crackers, you're all familiar with the little round, cheesy looking cracker, right? They came in this red box that was, I don't know, it's hard to show it on the video, but maybe this high. Well, nowadays, they're charging the same price, but the box has shrunk. So they didn't technically raise the price. So when the government, does its research, however it does it, I don't know, to determine the percent of price inflation, they don't count products like that because the price didn't go up. Another example is a paper towel roll that everybody buys. You got this circumference about like this, and then in the center there's this, cardboard tube that the sheets wrap around. Well, nowadays, on some brands at least, this cardboard tube has increased in circumference. The outside hasn't increased, just the hole in the middle. So that means you're paying the same price for fewer paper towels, which means you're going to have to buy them more often. They didn't technically raise the price, but it went up because you're paying the same money for less units of that product. Another one, these packs of gum that you buy nowadays. It used to be a pack of gum was 5 sticks. That was it. Well, not long ago they had 18 sticks to a pack. Well, now you pay the same price for 15 sticks of gum instead of 18. Now that may sound trivial, but they sell millions of these units per year. And that's another item that's not going to show up as being figured into the price inflation index, or whatever it's called. So what, you might say? Well, that government-produced figure, the percentage that prices have gone up in the past year, that is what private companies use to figure your COLA, your cost of living adjustment. It's got to be inaccurate because there are, I'm fairly sure, dozens and dozens and dozens of these products that fit the description I just gave you. So those are just a few of the ways in which you're getting screwed. Sorry to say. Okay, that's it. I'll try to get to you next time on the fractional reserve banking, and what a racket that is. In the meantime, be well. Talk to you soon.